Today I want to share with you guys 10 super easy modern parting lines for your hair. Can we quickly talk about this super straight hair on me? Who am I? The first one's going to be the off-center part. You can go crazy and create a really fun off-center part. I don't know what that would entail, but you know, have fun with it. For me, usually what off-center means, I'm using like a rat tail comb just to make it a little bit more better for this video, but I usually just use my finger, my nails. Just take it a little bit, maybe like an inch to half an inch, and just bring it all the way towards the back. Just like that. A nice little off-center part. And if you are used to a center part, just change it up a little bit here and there, and it will give you a little bit more volume towards the roots and gives a whole different look to your hairstyle. Now that we're having a lot of fun, I mean, we need to relax a little bit. I'm gonna take it up 10 more notches. This one's going to be a really nice off-center diagonal line. Same thing, rat tail comb. You don't have to go as deep as I am. You can go even just a little bit off-center. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper. And just bring most of the hair to the side. If I am going to do parting lines like this, I'll usually do it for like a hairstyle, for a braid or an updo, or if I'm gonna wear my hair straight, I'll usually take some kind of pomade. This one is Sexy Hair. This is their Control Maniac. Has a little bit of shine, has a little bit of hold, actually has quite a bit of hold. And I'll just take some on my fingers, kind of rub it in, make it nice and warm, and just literally just go along the parting line to kind of help set the parting line in place and just make it look nice and seamless. And obviously, if you don't want to do such a drastic diagonal line, just do a very slight angle, but it still gives, again, a whole different look to your hairstyle. This next one is kind of my iconic look. It's a nice deep off-center part. I sometimes take it really deep, and then sometimes I take it just very little, but I usually do this with pretty much any kind of hairstyle I have. I just love it. Even though I love a good center part, this is kind of like that part where I want to get volume, just kind of like that va-va-voom look. Yeah. You can do either side. I'm gonna go to my left side, just change it up a little bit. And again, just taking it all the way down to my root, to my crown. And I'll kind of just let it fall naturally as it would. That way it doesn't have any crazy transitions. And then I'll usually just take my hands and just kind of play with it. And as you can see, it just gives my root so much lift. It gives it volume even though my hair is straight. Super easy trick, and again, a completely different look. I know, I have like 10 different personalities today.
Let's see which one we're gonna like today.
Oh yeah, which one's gonna be super spicy today? So you guys really wanna get crazy? This next one, Andre and I both love because we see it all over social media. We like to call this one an arrow or like a check mark. It kind of looks like a check mark. So again, you can do off-center, you can do a center part. So I'm gonna do a little bit off-center. So I'm just gonna go a little bit over to the side. Just like that. And then we're gonna bring it back towards the middle. I'm just going back towards the middle of my crown. I really like this one because it looks very natural, but you still have a little bit of lift in your roots because it's not completely in the center part. It's kind of at a diagonal, but then you're going back towards the center of your crown. I just think this one's really fun. Very modern, flirty. I think it's cute. And with all of these, make it your own. Make it more personable to you and your hair type. I just love parting lines because with an instant, you can change your look so fast, and even like your face shape. It's really fun. Just have fun with it. It's really easy to do, and it gives you a little bit more lift and volume towards your roots if you are struggling with that. So if all of these are a little too crazy for you, a little sharp, I got this one for you. I got a nice mellow part for you. This one I like to call a swoop, which is kind of like the check mark or the arrow. Instead of being very sharp, a more subtle line, you know, a little swoop. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna take it a little bit off center, a little middle part, and then just kind of give it a little circle. Kind of like half a C or a C pretty much. Depends what you wanna do. Just loving all of this volume, especially with my sleek, straight hair. I'm enjoying it. So this next one Andre likes to call the heartbeat party line. This is for those that like to live. Corny, but I love it. I'm here for it. This party line is kind of taking on that really 90s zigzag party line, but it's not as intense. This is a little bit more natural and a little bit more contemporary and more messy. You know what I mean? It's not, yeah. Okay, I think we get the point. And I'm gonna do this one in the middle. I'm just gonna bring it all towards the middle, just kind of brush it out so we can see where we're starting off. And do a little zag. Just like that. And then let me do a little one right here too. I'm gonna brush it back a little bit just to kind of make sure everything falls in place. A nice little heartbeat at the top of your head. Who doesn't like that? I actually really love combining a lot of these party lines into one party line. So for example, one of my favorites also, I love doing this one for when I'm doing like really tight curls or like Hollywood type of curls. Instead of just going at a nice straight line, I'll go with the deep part. I'll go like halfway. And then the rest of that hair, I'm kind of bringing it towards the crown, kind of at a diagonal. So it's not completely straight. So you see it's going straight and then kind of swoops back towards the crown. And so you see this hairs right here? I would just take a little bit of pomade and just kind of settle everything down. Warm it up on my fingers. And this just helps bring everything together. The party line is a little bit more seamless and it just works. I like that it's like a deep part, but it's not too deep where it's uncomfortable to wear. And you still have a nice volume, but then you're just kind of going back towards the crown, which I think is very flattering. Just the hair kind of falls back really nicely at the very back, and it's just a more seamless look in my opinion. This next one is going to blow your mind because pretty much everyone has had this part. It's the middle part or the center part. That's usually what my center part looks like. It's usually not straight. And that's how I like it because it looks more natural. Like me, you can make it a little bit crazy, not as straight, or you can make a super straight line and really center it. Use some paste or some pomade to really exaggerate the center line, which I think is beautiful. I think it's stunning in a lot of hairstyles, but usually this is kind of what I like. I know this one blew your mind. This one is pretty awesome. Andre said this one has a little bit of a heartbeat. It's because I'm living. I'm living my life. This next party line we're gonna call the stairs. Kind of looks like a staircase. It's kind of going up at a diagonal. So basically I'm gonna start with kind of at a deeper part, but instead of taking it all the way over to the diagonal to like my crown, I'm gonna do a very slight diagonal, a very thin diagonal. So like this, there we go. And then the rest of this, I'm gonna bring back towards the middle or just my crown. Or you could even call this like curtains, you know, just get creative. This just kind of looks like a staircase to me. This one is literally like the check mark or the arrow, but it's a little bit more dramatic towards the front.
It looks a little bit like a visor.
A visor? Yes, we could go with the visor. I like the visor. This is the visor party line. So this next one I love doing when I just get out of the shower. I just kind of basically comb all of my hair back so it doesn't create a party line, and then when I want to create a party line, I still have nice volume everywhere. If I want to do this on dry hair, I'll usually use, again, some kind of pomade, a gel, or I'll use a hairspray just to make sure the hair is going to hold back. So instead of a comb over from the side or from the back, we're going to do it from the front. So this is pretty much like no party line. See? I'm just kind of taking all the hair back, and this is actually pretty good if you have like a lot of dry shampoo in your hair. It's gonna hold pretty well. Since I don't have like anything in my hair except for a little bit of pomade, I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add quite a bit more actually. Just to my fingers, warm it up. I'm just gonna take my fingers and comb through the hair with the pomade, and this will result in no particular party line. I love this one when I have dry shampoo in my hair, like the 4th, 5th day, when I'm at the beach, when it's like you have a lot of that salt in your hair. This one is beautiful. It's just a very effortless kind of combed through hair, but it's not as polished and it doesn't look like you tried. It's just very natural. And that completes this video. I hope you guys liked it. It gave you some inspiration. If you are stuck with those party lines, with just that one party line, change it up a little bit. Have fun with it. It will change your look completely and drastically with just one little simple swoosh or heartbeat, arrow, visor, whatever it is. Just have fun with it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all very much.